What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, so Hughie Fury fought on Friday on the undercard of Amir Khan versus Billy Dib. In that card in Saudi Arabia, he took on Samuel Peter, former world champion, the Nigerian nightmare, who should never ever fight again. Never ever even think of fighting again. Don't even spar, don't even train. Just hang them all up. Hang up the gloves and just stop. That was awful. It was embarrassing. And it just summed up the whole fight card for me. I've already done a video about the fight card, so I don't want to talk about it anymore. Anyway, Hughie Fury has been speaking a bit outlandish since that win. In fact, very outlandish since the win. He now considers himself, and he said this in his own words, a top 5 heavyweight. Look, I'm all for fighters, and I think you've got to, in any walk of life, actually. I think you've got to, think you're up there, right? You can't be okay with being mediocre and accepting it and calling yourself mediocre. You've got to, always think you're, here. But I also think there's got to be a sense of realism applied as well. I mean, I don't know how you can beat up a Canadian bouncer. Remember that fight he had a couple of months back. And Samuel Peter, who is at least 10 years, 11 years, 12 years past his prime. And all of a sudden, you think you're a top 5 heavyweight in the world. You're not even top 5 in Britain. And the worst thing is, his 2 losses have come against guys that are not top 5 either. I mean, Pulev is not a top 5 fighter in the world right now, and nor is Joseph Parker. So I don't know how you can lose to those guys who are both not top 5 and probably weren't top 5 when you lost to them, and all of a sudden you're top 5, or you think you're top 5. Just no. And this is not me having a dig at Hughie Fury. I actually think Hughie Fury is a decent fighter. I think he's been mismanaged badly. He has had this illness. I don't know what this illness is. A lot of people message me and say, Ade, is that some form of acne related to maybe PEDs? I don't know what it is. I don't know. So I don't want to sort of start any rumors. But I just think it's weird. I mean, his fight trajectory in terms of where they're going with him is just all over the place. There are so many good mid-tier fights for him where we can definitely see how good he is. We know he's not top 15. I think we can... Someone tell him that, please, if he doesn't know that he isn't. He's not top 15, but I don't know if he's top 30. I mean, you could make an argument. I mean, if I was to completely take my time and write it down, there could be an argument to say that he might be in the top 30. So match him up with guys in the top 30. It's not rocket science. There's a couple of guys that fought in America recently that might consider themselves in the top 30, 40. And those 2 guys are Charles Martin and Gerald Washington, who knocked out Elenius. Good matchups. Decent matchups for him. Those are very good fights, right? I mean, Charles Martin, Hughie Fury is a good fight. Charles Martin looks like he's kind of bounced back, I think, somewhat maybe. And Gerald Washington knocking out Elenius is a bit of a statement as well. He wants to kind of crack back into that top 30, top 25. Those are good matchups. Beat those guys, then we know. You can't beat Sam Sexton, Canadian club bouncer, and a 12-year past it Samuel Peter, and then talk about being a top 5. Again, for me, Hughie Fury is not even a top 5 British fighter right now. I'll do my top 10. In fact, I might do my top 10 straight after this video. He's not even my top 5 British. So top 5 world is just ridiculous. There are prospects out there that I think would smoke him. I'm not joking. I think Tony Yoka beats him. I'll tell you that now. Efe Jagba will be a good fight. And then the ones that we don't know, the Dubois and the Hrgoviches, those are the ones we want to see. But for me, I'd rather see him go Charles Martin, Gerald Washington route. If he wants to UK fights, they're there for him. And then let's start to build him again. He's only young. I mean, what is he, 24, 25 max? So there's a lot can be done. I don't like his style of boxing. I'll say that now. I don't know if that means he needs to move away from his dad, which is always going to be awkward, right? Saying, Dad, I don't want you to train me anymore, but he might need to do that and move away because he's very good when you watch him. But then when he does need to attack and show a bit of aggression, he just fights on the back foot and it's crap. It's crap to watch. So I like Hughie Fury, but again, a sense of realism. Top 5, absolutely no way. Top 30, maybe. Top 40, okay. That's how far away I think you are from where you think you are. I think you're at least 30 places away from it. So yeah, that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Let me know. Peace.